for
Let's hope for a little time so we can have a good look at Kell Brook and how he deals with this test. It's a massive night for the Sheffield starlet out in Atlantic City. The American bow, will he thrill them? A la Prince Nassim Hamid did when he fought Kevin Kelly back in December '97. Here is Kell. Let's rejoin Jim and Ian.
Thank you very much indeed, Adam. Here he is on his way into the ring now, Kell Brook. It's always a nervy moment. It is always a bit different here in America. There's no doubt about that. And one or two people, like John O'Donnell in particular, have come a cropper. Jimmy Lennon Jr., the famed MC, is ready to strut his stuff for us. We seem to have a bit of a delay. So, Jim, I mean, he's got to look good, as the boys in the studio have been saying here, isn't he, Kell?
Yeah, well, they've given him every chance to look good. I mean, Luis Galarza, he's won his last fight, which was impressive. But really, when you look at the class that Brook has been boxing in a couple of fights before this one, really he should be a couple of classes above this guy. So we expect him to win. We're sure he's going to win. It's just the manner of victory. OK, we've come over here sometimes and looked at some of the club fighters and been shocked. Right, here's the introduction now.
Good evening, and we welcome you to Boardwalk Hall here in Atlantic City, New Jersey for our semi-main event of the evening, brought to you by Goose and Tudor Promotions, Antonio Leonard Productions, and Matchroom Sport in association with Caesars Atlantic City and Showtime, as sponsored by Corona and Azad Watches. And a very special welcome to our fans joining us live and exclusive across the UK on Sky Sports. Introducing our three judges scoring this bout from ringside, we have Luis Rivera, John Patere, and Barbara Perez. And our referee in charge of the action, he'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Alan Huggins. All right, fans, here we go. Welterweights in the ring and a special attraction scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Introducing you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with red, white, and blue trim. Originally from Bayamon, Puerto Rico, he is fighting out of Antioch, Tennessee. He weighed in at 147.5 pounds. With a record of 18 wins and 2 losses, he has 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Introducing Luis El Taino Galarza. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner in this 10-round semi-main event, wearing red trunks with silver trim, fighting out of it representing Sheffield in England. He weighed in at 148 pounds, undefeated in his campaign with a record of 25 wins, no losses, 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight making his U.S. debut, he is ranked the number 7 welterweight in the world by the WBA, number 2 in the world by the WBO. He is the British and Unified Intercontinental Welterweight Champion, introducing the undefeated Kell Special K. Brook. And our referee in charge, once again, now to give instructions, Alan Huggins.
Okay, gentlemen, you received your instructions. Obey my command at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch them up. Let's go.
Luis Galarza with a record of 17 wins, 2 defeats. He was stopped in 3 rounds by one Jose Angel Roman. A couple of no contests as well. He was trying to wind up Kell Brooks, hadn't read the script at the weigh-in. Brooks gave him very short shrift. So Kell Brook in the red trunks here, looking to make the breakthrough very soon now into top world class. An American debut for him tonight, and looking to make a statement and get people talking about him. Galarza, he won't know a lot about him other than a few bits of tape that he's seen.
Well, maybe a little bit of pressure on Kell Brook tonight. I mean, he's been brought here for one reason only, to shine in front of the American audience. So he's going to have to do that, but early impressions, Galarza is sharp. Defensively looks pretty sound. It's early days as yet, but throwing a decent jab. But we'll see what happens once Kell Brook starts to find the range, get inside that long jab of Galarza.
Galarza, a Puerto Rican, based in Antioch, Tennessee. He's won his last 8, but at a lower level, a much lower level than this. Brook simply has looked too good in the British welterweight division. What's he going to be like when he's stepped up a level? I don't think we'll find that out tonight against this opponent. Good shots there. Seemed to just stiffen the legs, that one, didn't it, of Galarza?
Yeah, that was clever. The right hand lead followed by the left hook. Galarza didn't see either of those shots, but comes back with the right hand of his own. We don't see Kell Brook being caught with right hand leads like that too often. That was clever.
That landed solidly enough. And 13 of the 17 wins that Galarza has had on the club circuit mainly have come inside schedule. Rarely has he fought anybody, though, with a winning record. Nice jab that time by Brook, who just has to go about his business, get the win, make sure there are no slip-ups. If he looks good as well doing it, well, obviously so much the better.
Well, certainly not dominating the opener. He's winning it so far, but Galarza putting up, oh, that's better. Putting up a better show maybe than I feared he may do.
Well, he's going for it all right, Galarza, but starting to put together 1 or 2 more eye-catching combinations, Kell Brook. That's doubling up on the jab, then found a right hand as well. Looking to impose himself here.
Yeah, claiming the centre of the ring now, Brook, making Galarza miss and punishing the mistakes.
Moving pretty sweetly as well. Looks a good athlete. He's definitely got a vicious side to him in the ring. He can be quite quirky, almost cold. Brook, and now he's going to turn.
The right hand hurt Galarza. Caught him bang on the chin. That was a beautiful punch.
Yeah, he's just blinking a bit after taking that one, Luis Galarza. Starting to know a bit more about what Kell Brook is about and why he's getting his early McKen there. Oh, at the end of the round, and Galarza was nearly down from it and stumbles back to the corner. Well, he could have knocked him out, given 1.5 more seconds, then I think.
Well, he hurt him with a beautiful right hand, first of all, and then just on the belly, it hurt him with a solid jab. So I felt when this match was made that Galarza might be a little bit out of his depth. For the first 2 minutes, he looked as though he was doing okay, but then it just fell apart for him. Brook just looked a different class in the last minute there. This will be the right hand lead. Bang, it just caught him bang on the chin, and you can see all over the place he was. You can see he was shaking in a jab. Looked like a jab, yep, wasn't it? It was a jab come hook, possibly. But he was on the way to the floor there, and then he hit the second punch on the bell. But the referee didn't get involved, thankfully. Excellent opening round for Brook.
Had a couple of big wins, of course, recently. Lovemore Endo looked good there, and former world title contender Rafael Jaskovic, who he stopped in 6 rounds, did it very well. Brook in the red trunks, of course, from Sheffield, 25 years of age and unbeaten in 25, operating here 25 years on from Lloyd Hannigan's famous win in this city against Don Curry. And well, in the same division.
In boxing, it's the punches you don't see that do the damage, and that was pretty much the story in the opening round. Galarza did not see any of those shots coming that hurt him. So, I mean, he looks okay. Got Galarza, good head movement as he's trying to box forward, but the reflexes of Brooks, he just can't pin him down.
Very, very close to winning in round 1. A few more seconds would have done the trick. Kell Brook's got to do it again, but he knows he can shake up Galarza and has the weaponry with which to do it.
You know, I was wondering maybe if a higher profile opponent would have been better for Kell Brook. He's not a fighter you have to be careful with, but thankfully Galarza is good enough to bring out a performance in Brook. That's what he's doing. But I wonder maybe if a higher profile opponent... And then he comes back with a left hook of his own.
Landed with the right hand in the first round and that left in the second as well. Just little reminders. He does have the reputation of being a little bit of a puncher at lower level, this Luis Galarza. He has sparred with Miguel Cotto and Jose Luis Castillo in the past. Caught again by the right hand, this time sensible enough to grab a hold.
Yeah, that was clever. The 1-2 there, the jab and the right hand from Brook, worked his way in behind the jab. Well delivered.
There's no doubt about it. It is a different game over here, as some of our most high-profile fighters have found. Nassim Mohammed, of course, Kell Brook's old gym mate, same gym. And I think to Ricky Hatton, it is harder. That's a good right hand. That buckled the knees of Galarza a little. Recovers quite quickly from it.
Now he's beginning really to take charge now, Brook. Setting himself for the punches now, not on the toes, flattening the feet down, stepping in with the punches. Body shots now.
Just might take him a little bit of time to settle down. There bound to have been a little extra adrenaline and nerves ahead of this one.
Yeah, I reckon that. But as I said, he's here to make an impression. We reckon he's going to win. We're sure he's going to win, but now he is making an impression, I feel.
Nice stiff jab. Kell Brook putting the punches together quite nicely there. He is willing, though, Galarza. No doubt about that. He wants to put up a fight. He's cut up a bit.
Vaseline as well, Barry, please. Bit of Vaseline as well, quick. Right here on your right. On your right.
Kell Brook, the son of a property developer who sent him to the gym originally to just let off steam as a kid.
Yeah, that's just the old-fashioned 1-2 work to treat. Beginning to bamboozle Galarza a little bit. Galarza struggling with the punches coming his way and the fact that he can't land anything cleanly.
Here's round 3, red trunks. Sheffield's Kell Brook. Luis Galarza, originally from Puerto Rico, now based in Tennessee. Had a split decision win away from home in Atlanta against Paul Delgado, his best win last time out. Cut underneath the right eye here, Galarza too. Nice left hand too. There's almost the danger for Brook of trying too hard to make an impression. There's a bit of that, isn't there?
Yeah, but I think he's keeping his cool head here. You know, nothing that he's done has been erratic or any panic, and he's just picking the shots. And the longer this goes, the more he's coming into control, and he'll soon be able to just simply tee off on Galarza. Galarza is really struggling to cope with Brook's style and his speed.
Pumping out a couple of jabs. This welterweight division, of course, dominated at the top by Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Will they ever meet? And other big names around like Victor Ortiz and Andre Berto, Shane Mosley still in the top 10 as well. So there's plenty for Brook to aim at. Got him going with that one. Left hand as well. Still Galarza wants to fire back. Great stuff, though, from Brook in that attack.
That was terrific from Brook. He landed the punches, but stayed off, gave himself room as he's doing now. Just standing off, giving him some room to finish the job when the chance comes. This is really good stuff.
Galarza was hurt again, but back he comes. Now, this is a little sign. This guy's come to fight, all right. He's not looking for the canvas. Can Brook take him out here? Sucks it up again. Luis Galarza, there's no doubt about it. He's come to this thinking he might win.
Yeah, well, we wanted someone who would give Brook a chance to look good, and Galarza has obliged. They're showing tremendous courage, but just out of his depth now, really being picked apart. Terrific work from Kell Brook.
But he is making Brook work for it. Showing lots of fight, Galarza, which is all to his credit, having been given this opportunity on a major bill in Atlantic City. A big moment in his career just to be appearing here. No doubt about that, a club fighter. Lovely stuff there, the combination from Brook.
Yeah, Brook has been dominant this round. Full credit to Galarza, the way he's responded. But dominant boxing from Kell Brook. Terrific stuff here. Taking pretty much nothing back.
Well, when you start getting him, just pick your shots, pick more body shots, and you get in this round. Just take your time.
By the way, the referee Alan Huggins has been over to the Luis Galarza corner and said, if you take too much more, I am going to step in and stop this.
Yeah, well, that would be sensible because it's one-way traffic. That round was completely target practice for Kell Brook. He was dominant. We don't want to see too many more rounds as one-sided as that.
This is round 4. Red trunks. Kell Brook in with Luis Galarza, who's a part-time pro, really. Has to make up his money as a chef. Steak dish is a speciality, I'm told. But he's gutsy, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's made this the spectacle it is. I mean, maybe spectacle's a bit of an exaggeration, but he's made it as exciting as it is because he's never stopped trying. He's been hurt several times by punches, but keeps coming through them, keeps trying to get himself into the fight. He's just simply not good enough.
But I don't think as yet Kell Brook has quite quelled his spirit. He still believes, you know. Just needing his class and to pick the shots, hopefully ones that can finish Galarza off in this contest. Nice right hand, beautifully picked in the left hand too. Class from Brook there. And the uppercut didn't quite land flush, otherwise that might have been a terminal shot.
Well, we know they make them tough over here, but that right hand would have finished a few opponents at this. That shook him right down to his boots, but he's still in there.
Galarza comes back with the jab. He's putting in quite a shift here, really making Brook go through the gears. Not quite the blowout some people were predicting.
No, this round is not as one-sided as the previous. Brook still winning the round, but not dominating the way he was. Full credit to Galarza. I can't believe I thought he was on his way out. Still in there, still giving it a go.
Did look in the first round as if Brook would be able to get him out of there pretty quickly. Galarza's still there in the 4th.
He's the one who thinks to become messy. That's what Brook wants, to just keep him at arm's length, not allow him to get too close. Oh, terrific shot. That was a sickener. Gum shield's out. Gum shield's out.
The referee needs to step in here and let them put the gum shield back in. Yeah, there we go. This time he's seen the gum shield come out, and Galarza needs that break as well. It's really put some classy shots together, Kell Brooks, in there.
Yeah, just as the gum shield was knocked out, that was a real sickener. We're seeing some sickening punches, uppercuts, right hands right down the pipe. It's when Galarza stops coming forward that I think the referee's going to have to step in, but he's got himself through another round. Full credit to him.
Okay, Barry. Sorry.
Angle in the corner. Son of Brendan, of course, who was with Nassim Hamed for most of his career.
Well, another round that Brook won clearly. Those are sickening punches. Straight through the guard. Galarza walking straight on to them. It's when the gum shield come out of the mouth. There you see there. I mean, sickening punches. I thought maybe that round would have seen the finish, but full credit to Luis Galarza. He's still in there, still throwing punches, not allowing the referee. That was the gum shield coming out there, as you can see. Yep, just knocked straight out. And that punch...
Should have go 10, by the way, this is round 5. Brook in the red trunks. Good right hand there from Galarza. He's obviously got himself into mint condition for this, hasn't he? And goes to the body of Brook there. Brook having to use his jab to try and keep him away, but the Puerto Ricans coming on a little bit stronger in the opening seconds of this round. He's giving it a bit of a go.
Yeah, well, it's the first time he's tried to take the initiative. He's been trying to box his way close to Brook, which hasn't worked. I mean, he's facing a man with a world rating here, so it's a huge opportunity for Galarza. No one gave him much of a chance, obviously, but nobody told him about that, and he's giving it everything here.
And why wouldn't he as well? Brook, yeah, just to underline that point, ranked number 2 by the WBO, 7 by the WBA, and stories that the WBC have maybe put him in at 5, I'm hearing. Lovely punch there on the counter, the right hand as Galarza came in. Sunk in a left hand to the body. Can he break Galarza here? Finally, no, not yet. Oh, teeing off right hands, 2 of them, big one, the right cross. Kirby's round, that's it, and he's stopped at last. And Kell Brook's American debut is a successful one. All over, stopped in round 5. Galarza protests, but Alan Huggins, the local referee, says that's enough.
Yeah, I'm glad the referee stopped it. I have no doubt that Galarza could have got himself back together again and could have gone on, but what was the point? It had been one-sided from start to finish. He'd earned his money, he'd shown his courage, he goes out on his shield, and he did what we wanted him to do. Gave Kell Brook a chance to shine on his debut over here. Kell looked terrific. He's entitled to look terrific at this level, but that's what he did. So hopefully it'll be onwards and upwards.
Well, he had to work for it. Luis Galarza put in a terrific, hearty, gutsy effort, but Brook finished it like this.
Yeah, well, you have to remember the referee had been over to Galarza's corner telling me earlier that if he didn't do better, he was going to get him out of there. That was 2 rounds ago. So I think he was waiting for it to become completely one-sided, pretty much target practice at this point, and he took the opportunity to step in.
1 minute 38 seconds in round number 5. Our referee in charge, Alan Huggins, stops the contest. The winner by way of technical knockout. He is still undefeated. Kell, Special K, Brook.
Yeah, well, I mean, Brook's done what he's come to America to do. He's created impression. You know, I think that the Americans will maybe feel he is every bit as good as we feel he is back home in Britain. Terrific performance from him. Punch perfect.
Kell. Yeah, 1 minute. Smile. Kell.
In the States for Kell Brook. 26 straight wins now. A happy picture with trainer Dominic Ingle. Johnny, I think Glenn's right. Something's in the air tonight. Another good one.
I'm going to struggle to be unbiased here. Amir, tell me what you saw.
Yeah, he put a good performance on. You know, your first one's always a tricky one in the States. It was his first fight over there. And, you know, at times he was getting caught with a few shots that maybe he should have got caught with. He seemed a little bit nervous at the start, and then once he got warmed up, he got in there.
Was you impressed?
You know, I think he could have done a little bit better. I mean, with the opposition that was in front of him, I think he should have knocked him out in the earlier rounds. I thought it might be maybe one first round or second round fight.
Are you looking at the weaknesses there, Amir, for the future?
You know,
the only difference is he makes every fight like that. You know, I mean, the opposition probably wasn't up to scratch, but then Kell does that with everybody.
Jim called it punch perfect. Was it or not?
No, it wasn't punch perfect. It's hard to look at that performance and think that he wasn't maybe looking a fight ahead. He probably underestimated the guy a little bit, but you know, you can't beat a guy up much more than that. The referee was surprisingly compassionate. He beat the living daylights out of the guy, but you know, he could have. The crowd booed. If you heard the crowd booing a bit, so I mean, he hit him with some shots. He picked him apart. He just had the left hand a little bit low at times and had him going several times, and the referee gave him a warning.
He got rid of him in the first, didn't he?
Yeah, he could have got him out of there in the second.
It wasn't that bad. He got hit. I think did he get hit 3 times in the fight? Or
Brian, would you not? It's a good performance.
Yes, yeah, it's good performance. You know, opposition is going to get better, of course. We know that. Yeah. But this was what You know, they wanted to get him out there and get him a good win.
I think what you're looking at here, Adam, is what you're looking at is just the level of opposition he was up against. If you look at through the guys, Galazzo's record, he wasn't really his biggest asset was that he was a sparring partner for Miguel Cotto's brother. You know, so he really he hadn't got great credentials, but he was tough and durable. I think that's the point that we were making from the very beginning. The Americans seem to be tough and durable, a better resistance.
Amir, you weren't too impressed. You thought you could have got the job done earlier. But what about the jab tonight from Kell, Brook?
Right, his jab was good. I mean, he was keeping him in range.
Yeah.
You know, catching him with that clean jab. Didn't really have much success with the backhand. But no, the jab was looking well for him.
But would you not say the whole point of him going out there was to let him see fighters like that, have to deal with fighters like that?
Well, yeah, you know, he's got a few rounds under his belt now. He's had that taste, he's had that feeling of being in the ring for a few rounds in America. Got, you know, and I said before, to soak up the atmosphere, and that's what he did.
Well, let's hear what Kell has to say. He's at ringside with Ed Robinson.
Congratulations, Kell, an American debut and a stoppage win. I guess you can't ask for much better than that.
Well, yeah, you know, coming to America, my debut, I were a little bit nervous. I know that they're rough and tough, these Puerto Rican kids, you know, and it's a big occasion. So, you know, I'm glad that I've got my first one out way, and I got rid of my opponent. So I'm happy with that.
How nervous were you? How much did that affect you? It is a bit different over here, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I've probably been hiding it a little bit, saying I weren't nervous, but obviously, you know, my first time boxing out of Britain, I were nervous. You know, a tough kid who can punch a bit. So, you know, it was durable. I would probably, you know, taking my time a bit early on. You know, but I'm just glad that I've got it out of the way, and I've had some good sparring with like Chad Gaynor, Thomas Scanlon, you know, Ben Halliday, kids like that. So that's got me in a condition to box here.
Has it got a bit of a taste for it now, fighting here on a big bill like this?
That's what I'm like though. Once I get first one out of the way, if you got me in again, I'd be like a racing snake, as they say. I'd be on it. So I'm just glad that I've got it out of the way, and now I can get back and support Carl Froch for biggest fight of his life.
Let's bring in Eddie Hearn quickly, a promoter. Eddie, what's the future for Kell, do you think? I mean, how much more are we going to see him here? You want him in at world level in 2012, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I took 100% fight for a world title in 2012. Tonight was really important for the development of Kell Brook. You know, and people say he was nervous. He was definitely nervous. I saw him in the change room. Imagine if that was for a world title fight. You don't want those kind of nerves at world title level. We've got that out of the way. It's been a great year for Kell Brook. 3 fights in 6 months and a little baby daughter on the way. Things don't get much better than that, do they?
Congratulations tonight. Well done, Kell, Dominic, Eddie. Thanks a lot. Thank you.